Okay. Someone's not in the roll 20. I'm not saying who.
My laptop is busted, and I have a hard
Right.
time getting to it. Forgive me if
Exactly, that's what I
the
was
gameplay
saying.
gets a little clunky.
Gosh darn it, now it's
Uh,
been revealed. You had one thing to do, but it's
I'm
fine.
gonna own
It's
up
fine.
to it, damn it!
And so, quick question. You're supposed to be 13th level. Were you just gonna put the 7th level into Bard? Or the next level into Bard?
uh, that's actually a pretty damn good question because uh, all right, I could I could get the third level paladin like later, or just
You already
properly
have your
organize it since it's all rooted through like one being who can make arcane deals like that.
You already have your
Oh,
third level in you already have your third level in Paladin. You have your third
oh
level
yeah,
in Warlock and
yeah.
Paladin. You're all good there.
Okay, the seventh level bard. I got the
All right, I'll just
train for it. I'm not sure I'm gonna quite go fifth level in warlock to get like the Eldritch smite, even though double smite would be funny as hell.
it would. But that aside, let's see here. So you also get access to fourth
Actually,
level
that might
spells,
not be
but
a bad
yeah,
idea.
uh,
Question marks on that one.
it's all right. Moving on. So last we left the party, you had well, what do you? Yeah, it was Hajime had done a lot of things in the day, and
Hello?
Hello?
oh, sorry. I cut off.
Aunt,
My bad. I pulled my thumb off the wrong button. Give me a moment.
yeah.
We may have technical difficulties.
Okay, there we go. So, what was it? Norlai was trying to get make some preparations so that way she can continue her business on the go as well as continue paying her employees while she's out on the road. And we were going to continue with Vera visiting Flutter's chain, or Vera visiting Flint's chambers after hearing some racket going on there while she was doing some research on the mystery drug commonly referred to as mana or
Now,
mana.
what note did we end on for that one?
Her entering your room.
Okay, so we're past the part where Flint it softly almost passed out on the floor and then got bonked in the head with the door. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I rolled your hit dice if that's okay with you. Got a 9 or rolled a 7 plus your con modifier, so 10. So not plus 2, so 9. So pretty good. Just keeping you up to date.
Average.
It's actually above average, but yes. Anyways, moving on. So yeah, she's currently in the room. You look like a mess. Your room looks like a mess. Everything is kind of hinky.
There is a lot of torn up notes in that room.
Fear's going to urgently ask, first person actually ask, are you okay? I heard noises.
Uh, it, it's not. It's. I, I. That racket was just me making this fun. I stayed up on it longer than I should have, but I need to finish it. I
Yeah,
can't convey my thoughts any other way.
if you thought that was music, you desperately need to get some sleep.
No. They were sounds for it. Seeing if I can make them.
Pardon?
All just parts. And just me kind of scrambling things to get together. Flint kind of shakes a little bit. He's not really standing all that firmly. If you could make a med check.
Ooh, I'm making a medicine check this time. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Identifying exhaustion is a pretty low DC.
Yeah, it'd be pretty low. Yeah. 13. You're able to easily discern he's about two steps closer to
Actually,
passing
he
out
hasn't
permanently.
attempted to sleep yet.
He's 2 steps closer to passing out permanently.
Passing out permanently.
Yes, going to the forever box.
That's what they call it in Pokemon, you know.
Damn. Oh well.
Actually, isn't that second step of exhaustion supposed to be like when he sleeps, when he attempts to sleep after this encounter due to not roll the list? Save
God, it's recorded. It's recorded. It's on the YouTube. It's fine. It's fine. Don't. It's all right. I forgive you. Basic from my. We'll just say for now.
Anyway.
Yes.
Let's say it's 2 for now.
It's 2 for now. You're just at your second level of exhaustion. So yeah. So what is so with a 13, you're able to discern that he's suffering from not like a lesser form of exhaustion, more like minor exhaustion. Lesser is like easy to take care of. Minor is a bit more concerning. He's not going to be able to move around. From what you're able to discern, he's not going to be able to move around all that much. And when he tries to do something, it will be a bit more difficult since his head's everywhere and nowhere from exhaustion.
Maybe in some religions, things actually get easier in an exhausted state, closer to Zen. But that's a thought experiment for another day.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can tell you it's a fact. I've relied on that during college many times.
Oh God. That aside, Flutter? What is Vera's approach to the situation?
Vera's going to look at Flint and say, "Is this about what Grass said about your parents?"
Yes. But if you tell me,
Pardon?
I can't talk about that subject.
He said yes.
He said yes and no.
He said you can't
giving
talk
you
about
a
it.
you're giving you a yes and a no.
Yeah. Did he say that
he is not coherent enough to talk about that he cannot actually talk about the subject?
So you're trying to sing about it instead?
Not saying. I don't perform with vocals. Sounds that you heard sounds like I've experienced. Heard I need to string these together to convey what I can't say.
Yeah, well, you can do it in the morning. You're not going to get anything done in this state. Trust me, I know, I've been there. And then she shows Flint the golden blister she got.
I need to
See a glowing,
nuts about this.
very vaguely, very faintly glowing blister on her thumb. Or not thumb, but index finger.
I'll be copies after I make her.
I'm sorry, I can't understand anything you're saying. I'm sorry.
It is kind of very quiet and might actually feel like fucking Mike Dreadful.
Yeah, that's maybe I still can't understand what he's saying, like, out of character.
Yeah. So, can you just
And
quickly translate?
doesn't, but this sounds a bit more there. Can you understand this?
I understood that.
I lowered the gate a bit.
Hang on 1 second.
Very scuffed return session. A very scuffed Flint.
I mean, yeah, basically.
Speaking of the
Actually, hold on. Let me move to my
exhausted
desktop real quick.
young man, he's currently I'm out of flow. No.
One way to character, but method. I have to say, this one method actually might be going a bit too far.
And I feel like it is doing something a bit more positively. I just need to handle it a bit.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
I need to make sure my
Okay,
mic is actually physically capable of delivering it.
Oh, well, so Flutter, what were we saying?
I'm back.
Yes. So, continuing on, where were we? Something about a gate, was it? One chopper?
Yeah. I just said, you're not going to accomplish anything in, obsessing over it in this state. Trust me, I've tried. And then I showed him the golden blister.
Yeah. It's there.
I'm just gonna take some notes of what I've done here before I swear.
What?
Yeah,
You take a look at it. It feels weird. It's kind of like, how do I say it? Look at the blister, it feels like, maybe it's because of the pots you've been making, maybe it's your exhausted state, but it kind of reminds you of, like, the light coming from it reminds you almost of like a campfire. Back home when you used to, out on hunts when you used to spend a night out in the forest.
in his exhausted state of logic, blames the sensation on him exhaustedly hallucinating. Very scuffed assumption from a very scuffed condition.
Yeah. It's in fact probably because it's activating that memory. I will need you to make a what would this be? I guess yeah, a charisma saving throw. Not charisma. Constitution saving throw. Because it's bringing back more like, when you used to be really exhausted and to the point where you ended up having to you and your friends used to need to take a rest at camp in the middle of the forest.
Oh, is this the Constitution saving throw to pass out? I'm not gonna roll for it.
I'll roll for it. Don't worry. It's with disadvantage, so
I was
I
just
will
about to
remember
ask.
this.
Wonderful.
Wait, no, ability checks doesn't say anything about saving throws. So
I thought it was all forms of.
I will take disadvantage. That's appropriate.
Hold on, I can actually check the exhaustion.
no, that's third level exhaustion.
Yeah.
That's third level.
Oh, that's what I was.
So yeah, just gonna roll. 17. You managed to think about that, and then you bring. Oh, right. Oh, God. The memories of home unfortunately flood back. And shoving away those tired, peaceful thoughts.
It's kind of in this exhausted and hazy state. Tends to scribble down notes of the weird musical, yet not really, yet yes, no progress that he's been making.
So, Flutter, what does Vera do? Saying that he's just moved back to his table and is now scribbling something on his on some sheets of paper.
What is he scribbling?
Do you go check
Musical
what he's
notes, things got sound effects.
If you go to check it, you will notice that he is writing musical notes, actually writing down some music. Though with his penmanship, it leaves something to be desired to make out anything.
I'm going to attempt to calm him down and help him. I'm going to attempt to calm him down by casting Calm Emotions.
All right. And is what going to fight against this or no? Lamb Chopper?
I'm gonna pick and make a weirdly interesting choice here. Yes.
Okay, well, it's not weirdly interesting, but nevertheless.
He's trying to represent his emotions in the music. Some of this is anger, fear, and whatever. Having that suddenly shut off, not what he wants to do, and will damage the note taking that he is doing right now before he goes to sleep.
All right, let's see here. Calm emotions. Saving throw. What is the saving throw for calm emotions? I'm trying to. Oh, it's a charisma save.
In charisma?
I just
Sounds right.
It.
I can't
Porter?
sure.
Porter,
No.
can you confirm that's a charisma save?
I believe it is, yes.
Okay. Let's see here. Well, that's an 11. I think that beats. That fails your saving throw. Your DC spell save DC.
Even if he had advantage, it would fail.
Yeah, he wouldn't. Yeah. So as you know, you're writing. You feel Vera. You sort of quickly utter a quick incantation, and Flint. You try to fight against this, but this odd calmness that you hadn't felt in a long time, except on that island, just starts to just melt away any sort of stress you have in that moment, any sort of fear, any sort of sadness. Well, not sadness. It just melts away any of that fear, any of that anxiety, at least for a moment. And with that, it'll require a Constitution save normally. Again, which you still succeed barely. Even with the DC going up by 1, you succeed. Okay, this is fine. You see, he's sort of nods off a little bit as you sort of
Even
wait for a
in
moment.
this now artificially calm state, it's a calm determination.
It's less basically. You see that he's sort of nods off from a bit, he just gets back up.
I was about to remind him to add +4 to his save for my aura, but you're not unnecessary.
Yeah, that wouldn't. Yeah. Yeah, suffice to say, he still succeeds.
Please, I'm taking these notes before I sleep. I needed to be in touch with those notes.
Right.
Give them back to me.
Flutter, what is Vera's response to this?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I'm also just going to assume that the same thing was the same response in character.
Yeah, it was.
No. Please. I needed to be in touch with my emotions. Can you please give them back to me? I'm taking these notes before I sleep.
Vera's going to say, I'm sorry, I still couldn't quite hear you. Could you repeat that?
Is there anything else? Oh. Okay, I'll make an insight
Just
check for Flip
Just
with
quietly
disadvantage because
continue with his
ability check.
notes.
Yeah, insight check for him with disadvantage. Jesus fucking Christ! This is my luck. I'm burning. Okay, whatever.
Did it double net 20 or something?
Nope, 23 and a 24. So you can tell that she's lying just for you to, for some reason. You're not sure as to why, but you're pretty sure she's lying about not being able to hear you.
That he determinedly continues taking his notes. Oh yeah, didn't you have a human Ethereum thing or whatever for like?
Right. Yeah, you make con saves with
had like
advantage
an ability to
against
stay up.
exhaustion.
So he's just weirdly equipped to be this determined.
Well, actually, now you fail. You still fucking succeed. You beat the DC.
Continue.
Okay.
Wait, it was with advantage?
Yeah, he has a variant of human that, with the way he is, with like the culture and the lifestyle he chose for his version of human, it's basically has advantage on Constitution saving throws
normal
made
variant
against
human
exhaustion.
because I didn't want a skill to suddenly pop out of nowhere.
So it's somewhat like physiological, somewhat cultural. From the environment he's had to adapt to and all that.
I think I know what variant human you chose. An advantage on saves against forced march and exhaustion.
Yeah.
He is weirdly equipped to deal with his condition, and yet still not at all.
Wouldn't he? How long before gets third level?
It'll take a while. But this all. Is there anything, Flutter? Is there anything anything else Vera would like to try? Or
I mean, you could physically the last resort if you have it is a sleep spell.
Yeah, but that doesn't do a lot. I mean, considering how much HP we have by this point.
You would essentially have to upcast it really high.
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean it's a D8.
it's several D8s.
Several. I don't remember. It's like 2D8 at first level or something.
Yeah.
Actually,
No,
I
it's
think
not 2D8. I think it's several D4. That's
No, it's a D. It's a D8. I'll actually look this up
Yeah.
in the compet.
Let's see. Oh, 5d8 at first
Oh,
level,
see.
and then you increase it by 2d8 for each higher level.
That's what it was.
But also, I don't have the spell.
Yeah, that too.
Because it's just doesn't work at these levels.
Oh, getting wind on your end.
Yeah, because the sleep spell works about as well. At this level, sleep spell works about as well as my microphone on a bad day.
Not with that attitude.
Well, that is something.
I'll have you know, I've used
Just
sleep.
finishing up the notes that he's been brewing this whole time for that session of music making and whatever.
You know what? I'm going to try to distract him then. I'm going to say, well, if you're going to stay up, I do need your help with something.
What is Flint's reaction, Chopper?
I emotionally need this. I'm afraid I need to take care of this before I help you. And I'm not in the best condition to physically help you, but I need to finish this. Even just the notes from this session tonight before I sleep.
You're going to hurt yourself bad.
It's just these notes. I should be fine if I take a break afterwards and make sure I have good rest tomorrow and the next day. But right now, I need this.
Vera sighs and says, alright, I'm going to sit here and watch you to make sure you get some sleep.
I hope I do too.
Alright. And with that, so you're going to try to write up some notes for some music, yes?
Oh, and I dropped the spell.
Okay. So, Flint. So, Llama Chopper, is Flint going to write some notes for, some music?
Flint has been writing notes this whole time as he's been brewing this song in the room. He's just finishing up that note taking. Is there anything you would like me to do to finish that up?
It will be a performance check with disadvantage due to your exhaustion levels.
Sounds about right.
Well, that's
Natural
okay.
one. With
A con save with advantage.
nice.
What is your aura protection grant for saving throws?
+4.
What kind of fucking scuffed note does he unleash upon the world? If it's bad enough, I'll just actually end up using it at some point.
Can I aid him on that?
I will have to say, you can either watch him to make sure he's. I'll say, you know what? I'll say sure, but even normally it's still a natural one. But you do notice something from his writing. It looks very, very. How do I put this? You know how you can notice how when you notice you can sometimes tell when somebody's left or right-handed based off of like things like the way the words are angled, or if there's like any sort of smearing, if they're using like a lead pencil or something like that on the paper because of the way the hand has the way they place their hand over certain areas of the paper when they write. Yeah. You notice that one in reverse. He's running. What is Flint left or right-handed?
That'd be interesting. Let's roll a d2.
Fine, I'll roll D2. One, it's
So
left.
let's
One,
leave
it's
that one
right-handed.
back up to RNG.
Yeah. One, it's left-handed. Two is right-handed. Congratulations, you're a right-handed person. You notice that when he writes, it looks like he's left-handed. He's the way the notes are actually angled looks like somebody else is writing it. That's how bad his handwriting is. And, does Vera have proficiency in a musical instrument and performance?
No, she doesn't have any musical instrument proficiencies.
All right. Then I'll just say because you don't have
Okay,
proficiency in
describe
performance
to
and
me
an
the
instrument.
horrendous note that he's unleashed in all its
So-
fucking terror.
Vera can't tell at all because she not
I believe
apply.
that's searching, though.
True, but it's not quite the same when it comes to, I guess, learning an instrument. You have to learn to read music, sheet music. It comes with the proficiency of performance and a musical instrument. I'll just say, for simplicity's sake. But either way,
Language music.
you can't quite tell, but it's you can't you just can't tell when it comes to his music. I mean, you listen to his music once, and it was noticeably different from what's commonly played in the in the Serenian Empire. So it's a bit difficult to discern. That being said, it looks all over the place. You're not entirely sure what it is that he's writing. And you do notice that even with your supernatural aura that protects his body and mind from certain ill effects, he somehow just like an hour in, just after writing this, is just the quill in his hand sort of fumbles out of his hand, putting a bit of a stamp, like a drop of ink to roll down the paper from the quill, as he just doesn't. He just nods off right then and there, unconscious, and appears to be asleep.
Oh yeah, we're gonna bring up the fact that this isn't a good dreams either.
I'm gonna yeet him into bed.
Athletics check. And Foot can't fight against it, so it's just to see how deep you yeet him into the bed.
I wonder how this transitions into the nightmare sequence.
10.
Oh, not.
You're
No, that's not good. I mean, it's not bad, but.
it's not. It's you just like you just you're also a bit tired. You kind of feel the weight of the night sort of hit you as well. So you just like pick him up by the pits and just like just place him on his bed. And let's see here. Flint, I'll make a
Not quite
save.
not quite the heat I was looking for, but the heat he needed.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna make a saving throw
You threw
for
him against the wall. It would have been horrendous.
14. Managed to have a more pleasant sleep ish. It's weird. With that memory sort of brought back of the campfire or camping, you're kind of brought back. Just you're sort of replaying that memory, the better part of it. For you, it feels like it goes on forever, but not in a bad way. Kind of like you're kind of stuck in that good moment when you need it. And Flutter, what does Vera do?
Sigh with resignation and then go back to bed.
Oh, you do.
Well, unless do the Githyanki sleep?
Githyanki do sleep, yeah. They're not elves.
fine.
They don't meditate or trance.
Okay. I'm just gonna pass by her room and by her room real quick and keep an ear and listen to see if she's awake or not.
All right, perception check. All right, you place your ear up against it, and you hear. You don't hear anything at first. Then you start to as you focus to. Oh, at first you don't hear anything as you place your ear against the door, but then as you sort of take a few more seconds to listen in, you hear really loud snoring. It's like how do I put this without it being too funny? Kind of sounds like a camel being strangled to death. Yeah, I guess it's yeah. It sounds like a camel being strangled to death.
One second, please.
All right.
Or camel.
But yeah. So, what do you guys think so far?
Okay, I'm
My
back.
ability to do very quiet on this mic is very scuffed.
Yeah. So, Flutter. Yeah. You listen to the door. You don't hear anything at first before you hear what you can only assume. What somebody strangling a camel would sound like. At least from the camel's end.
I'm torn between I'm torn between two courses of action. One is funny, but very disruptive, and the other is just or we already had the funny but disruptive course of action. I'm just going to write her a note.
Okay. Where do you replace it?
I'm going to write her a note. Asking. Hang on. Let me think. I'm going to write her a note saying that I'm saying that I've left a potentially volatile distillation running in my room, so please not before entering. We don't want sunlight hitting the distillation, hitting the distilled mana and accidentally blowing the place up.
All right. I take you like put it underneath the door. Oh, sorry, you were saying?
I'm gonna add in a little postscript at the bottom. By the way, okay, wait, out of character. Do any of us know how to regenerate limbs?
Beyond the regenerate spell, Oh, we could get a ring of regeneration.
Um, Noralai actually does have the regenerate spell.
Oh,
This
good.
is a board game.
Okay.
They don't know this in game.
Well, she's a cleric.
Yeah.
We would know. We would
And,
know.
I'm going to add in a little postscript to the note. P.S. Got a weird blister on my finger. I may need you to cut off my arm. Period.
All right. You
Don't
do
do it
so.
without asking for.
Oh, sorry. You do so, and where do you like slide it underneath the door, or like put it between
Underneath the door, yeah.
Okay, just slide it in. Do you just that? Where do you go to then?
Back to bed. Because
All right.
I want to get a good night's sleep.
All right, you do so. And let's see here. What was it? Yes. So, Hajime, I need you to, as you're going to bed to rest and for the night, to make a. What was it? To make an intelligence and wisdom saving throw.
Okay. In a specific order, or does it matter?
Actually, hold on. Let me check something. What was it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. No specific order.
Normally,
Yes, normally.
intelligence,
And wisdom.
wisdom.
All right.
So
As you
18 and
go to
20.
sleep. You go to sleep. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just pleasant dreams of blood and slaughter from that fight, which is a bit weird, but somehow comforting. Maybe your dryadic nature's showing its head this time around.
This is a peaceful sleep of blood and murder.
Less just
Maybe
outright
it's a
murder and more
massive amount of
hunt.
catharsis.
Less murder and more along the lines of like just pure blood, unadulterated bloodshed, like stabbing into a wall. It's bleeding. You feel good about it. Stabbing into some giant, overly proportioned dress or mannequin. Feel good about it. Stab into the floor. It's bleeding. Feel good about it.
Okay.
It just feels. It's a very odd dream that can't quite put. It's a very odd dream that you can't quite pin down as to why you why you enjoy it. That being said, it
Okay.
doesn't. It's not. You're not complaining. It's a weirdly pleasant dream. And as morning comes, let's see here. Noralai.
It,
You get a knock on your bedroom door.
wait, no, like someone came to my place of living. Guys,
That might be the case. You just hear a knock on your bedroom door.
yeah. Wait, how did I get in my house? I open up the door as I'm realizing that. It's like, wait.
You open it up, and it's that drow boy that was with a group.
Just have.
The name starts with an N. He's just standing there like, oh, it's actually. I take it your character wears pajamas and shit, yeah.
Yeah, like at the very least, I wear some like I do wear like I'd say she sleeps at the very least a very big T-shirt.
Well, equivalent, but yeah. So, do you grab a weapon before you open the door?
No,
At a holy symbol?
yeah, I essentially no. I pretty much fall asleep with with my shield and mace at the bedside and be like,
Yes, the true dwarvish way of sleeping. That aside.
yeah. Essentially, I grab that, open up a door as I'm realizing it as I'm waking up. It's like, wait, how the fuck did you get inside my house?
He's like, he just stands there. Hey, okay, I'm just gonna turn around. And he just look, cause yeah, this is not. Not saying you're not hot. You're hot in your own way, just not my kind of
You,
hot.
you still haven't answered my question. How the fuck did you get inside my house?
Right, I broke in.
Immediate smack the back of his head with my mace.
Make a attack roll with advantage because he's not looking at you and he's actually just looking at stuff you have hanging on your walls.
That's a
Non-lethally, I take it.
yeah.
Roll for damage.
Still doesn't excuse you.
That's
It
a
was a
that's
little
a nice.
Henry Stickman drawing.
All right. You sort of bring the wind up, and you miss actually. Actually, no, you hit. Sorry, 30. The 30's a hit. My bad.
Yeah.
22 would not hit, but the 30 you hit. You just want to slam at him, wham in the back of the head. He's like ah as he falls into the ground. Ah, what the fuck?
That's for breaking into my house, dick. What'd you think would happen? I'd greet you with frickin' milk and cookies?
He looks at you for a moment and says, "Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I thought."
Just like I mean, I
Make
like
an
as soon as he like
I wanted-
legitimately does
I
it.
imagine the most angry, confused stare.
If you want, you can make an insight check on him, see if he's bullshitting, if he's real or not.
That's a 19.
Yeah, he's bullshitting you. If this were opposite day.
So
To say he's not actually bullshitting you, he actually legitimately believes that.
I like realization facepalm just like ugh. It's like I just get out. Like
No, it's for a good reason. Ugh. He sort of looks. He just sort of wipes his face. Oh, it made me bleed. That's cool. Anyways, where was I? Right, the reason I'm here. So you're a priest, right?
I am a
A
cleric.
priestess? Okay, you're clever. Different. But you're not actually an ordained priestess, yeah?
My major job is to run a bar and make alcohol.
Great. That's good. I don't need a priest. Even though you're probably going to say otherwise. So, you remember that whole thing with that demon whole shtick there?
I caught the end of it and heard about it, but yeah. I know what you're
Yeah. I also got the end of it too, and the in between too. But when everyone else was stuck in there fighting and stuff. So, you know how devils don't really like demons and all that, and demons don't like devils and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. Theoretically, how bad is it that I'm? I think I'm dreaming and seeing demons in my and seeing visions of the pits in my dreams.
To.
I'm asking for a friend, of course. Asking for a friend.
Alright. How much would Norlai do? Because at this point, it's like, as he's talking, she's putting on her shit.
All right. Yeah, he's turned around. You know, he's looking at a wall next to your bedroom door, but he's not coming in. So make a religion check.
Religion? Alright.
Yep.
That'd be 22.
You think for a moment, some drow who have a bloodline, connected to like servants of Wolf. It's not uncommon that they're plagued with dreams of seeing demons in their sleep. it happens most likely due to like the repeated, like continuous through the generations connection to Lolth. It can sort of affect sort of in a way it can sort of affect their like future generations' dreams to be more susceptible to demonic visitation. Well, thing is, like from what you've been told, he's a fiend warlock of of a devil. You haven't been told which devil because they don't really the people who told you probably don't care what sort of devil he serves or is a warlock of, but it's certainly weird, definitely weird. If you had like of a war, if you were a warlock with like a demon, that'd be a completely different story. But he's devil fiend warlock.
So yeah, I just relay what I know. Like, just kind of saying all this up as I'm putting on my shit.
Okay, okay. And what if you were to say, wake up to one floating above your face?
That that doesn't even
Theoretically,
that doesn't even sound like a good thing. And I don't even.
make another religion check. This time with disadvantage.
Yeah. No, that just straight up does not
11.
sound. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good thing.
You don't know. Like, they're they're demons that sort of have a talent for specific areas of specific like domains, like shadows or like more recently psionics or pyromancy or cryomancy or any sort of anything usually. But dreams, you've personally never heard of that sort of thing with your clerical training,
Where
so
are we
you're not
gonna meet
entirely
this street demon?
sure
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the future.
Yeah, like I said, I just say that that doesn't sound good.
Hmm. Good. Good. That's not good. Hmm. I was hoping for the opposite because you sort of as you're like as he you hear like him shuffling through something as his hand extends and drops something onto the ground. Make another religion check.
They can all the religion.
This time normally.
Still doesn't change anything.
Well, GC was low to begin with. You recognize this sort of corpse, which is weird because corpses of fiends in general usually dissipate into a pile of mush once they're killed. It looks like a cackler.
I just kind of go. I'm like, that's a Cackler's Demon's corpse. Wait, how do you have a Cackler's Demon's corpse?
You just hear like a sound of you just I have no idea, and you probably can't tell, but my hands are raised up in confusion, and also surrender. And for those who in the audience who are watching the video don't know, cackler demons, sort of, how do I properly describe them? They're like red, somewhat humanoid, dog-legged, and spiked, sort of stereotypical depiction of like impish demons, but like with the glowing eyes, with glowing blue eyes. Also laugh a lot. Known for
Oh.
laughing.
Cackler demons. I thought you said cockademons.
No, cackler. And you
Cackler
actually
demon.
know a little bit about cacklers because at one point you had like a slight infestation problem. In that their domain is usually like laughter and madness. Their whole thing is laughter and madness. They themselves are mad. So it's kind of weird seeing one that isn't tied to dreams and stuff right here. So what is Norway's reaction to this?
Just like no, I just straight up like what I said. It's like that's correct. How do you have? And it's thinking about it and just like, huh? Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
bit odd.
yeah, I can see why I don't want to. Why I didn't want bother the Inquisition or the other guys. You're new, so that's good because I need somebody who doesn't know me to help me with these things. You get what I'm throwing down, right?
Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm getting called.
Okay. But yeah.
Left you a message, by the way. Thank you.
Wait a moment.
Yeah, I have to leave to pick my dad up from work in about 45 minutes. Okay, so I know you still have to.
Understood. I'll make. Don't worry. I'll keep that in mind. So let's see here. All right. So yeah. In the meantime, let's see here. Hajime.
Oh, okay.
You wake up to several hard knocks on your door.
Uh, I grab whatever's needed to be at least decent and open it.
All right, you do so. You like grab like a bath towel they have from they have in store here. The one that you use to clean yourself, you dry yourself off with. But yeah, you open the door and it appears to be a human. Yeah. Say. Sorry, big brain is being weird right now.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Yeah, you see a blue-skinned man, bald, as in actually no hair at all, with bright green eyes, just in a two-piece, no, in like in a white shirt, black vest, and black bow tie, and black pants, black shoes, just, just standing and with a hand over his mouth and nose, just saying, "Excuse me, we received some complaints in regards to your room."
All right. I'm back for right now. My dad told me to take care of dinner, so I gonna be
It's all right.
setting that up. So I'll be right back after I'm done doing
Okay,
that.
understood. Then, so yeah, so you just hear that. You that's what they say.
Uh,
Your response.
I'm terribly sorry, but no amount of prestidigitation or cleaning I can do can adequately remove this stench. Uh,
Right, that's understood. Would you like for assistance to be sent to your lodgings?
what was the creature that I killed last night? In game last night. What was it called?
One moment. It was called uh, Catoblepas.
Uh, perhaps someone. Uh, I did a late night hunt for and killed a Catoblepas. And it's just absolutely wreaking everything.
Yes. He sort of reels back a bit. Yeah, you can tell this Vidalkin's he's very, very, very weak stomached. It's probably a blessing that it's probably a curse that he's been in front of you this long. Combinations we made! And he just runs off to the side. And you see like a sort of a warforged butler, sort of not butler, maid, sort of stop like right next to your door, watching this. Hmm. The flesh is weak. Oh, hello.
Logically, Flint would agree.
Yeah, she paid a warforged. Is it a male looking warforged or a
Female
female?
in a maid's uniform.
Like what maid are we talking? Victorian,
Victorian,
French?
obviously.
Oh, obviously. Uh, hmm.
But
I would
specifically, this
be.
is like a Serenian themed. Uh, this is a Serenian themed hotel.
Okay. She acknowledges, though, Warforge. It would appear so. I've gone nose blind to it. But every once in a while, I still smell it. It still rears its head, no matter what I do. Scrubbing, cleaning, prestidigitation,
Hmm.
magic, nothing works.
She sort of said. She thinks that sounds like a problem. And she stops for a moment to think. It seems like a thinking position before she just walks off.
Uh, oh. She kind of thinks to herself,
Ain't paid enough to give a fuck.
she just kind of mumbles to herself, closing the door. Well, you're no help. Uh, I have yet to perform the 1 hour ritual to transfer my blade, my packed weapon. So I'm going to get ready for the day and do that.
All right. As you do that, you notice that the whole demonic design of the weapon actually completely changes. As it almost looks like uh the how do I put this? Your great sword has like a bunch of thorns on it. Yeah, it has like this whole like made of plants and stuff motif with a crimson blade.
It's made of iron wood.
Yeah, which is friendly, which is good for druids. Well, actually, it doesn't even matter what weapons you use because if it's as long as you're proficient in it, it doesn't interrupt spellcasting unless stuff. Doesn't matter if your weapons are metal or not. Too
Mhm.
much. It's just that it's better for with iron wood for druids. It's iconic. That being said, you notice that the black obsidian blade changes and seems like a deep crimson color. The actual crossguard itself that has a sort of that almost looks like a jagged and unrefined black iron appears to sort of almost like melts away almost. I say black smoke almost like evaporates off of it. The design left of the crossguard is that of like intertwined, uh, intertwined thorns, and with the center of the crossguard having a solid black, almost as if absorbing light rose. Same with the grip and the pommel as well, which the pommel appears to have a rose in full wide black rose in full wide view.
Hmm.
It appears that
The
mythic items, if you say do certain things to them, change appearance to adapt to the influence that they may have.
Interesting. Does my mark of the Blackthorn Grove glow at all in response to this?
Less of a no, it does not actually. It's likely because this isn't made by the Margarita itself. This is just something that has now been much more physically influenced by the Margrave.
The Grove, you mean?
sorry, the Blackthorn Grove. My brain is on Sunday stuff, but
Yeah.
the Blackthorn Grove.
Okay. I'll just kind of poof it into its own dimension. Once or twice. Kind of get my shield out. Get used to using it again. Haven't used my shield in forever.
It feels like the blade isn't like feather light because otherwise there wouldn't be like any bite to it when you hit something. No, it has some weight to it. It just feels the way it's balanced feels almost like you're wielding a long sword or something like that.
And a part of that hour, I will say, is getting used to the weapon, so that my signature weapon feat also works.
Yeah, it just feels very odd to have to get used to. You're not used to wielding a great sword one-handed, but with some time, you manage to adapt to it.
Okay. I'll poof it into its dimension and gather what gear I haven't already and leave. I have a couple of things on to do today.
All right. I'll just say this: due to your exposure to Catoblepas fumes, we'll just say keep that simple. It will. You can very obviously you're going to have disadvantage on persuasion checks or and things like that until you get rid of that stench.
Uh, does it go away after a couple of days? Because I mean, I've already. I could try. I had a shower, bath shower, whatever.
It's tomatoes and yeah. Uh, I need to double check. How long does I need to double check how long skunk somebody getting sprayed by a skunk how much the smell lasts? Probably, yeah.
Oh God, I think
I can look that up for you while you continue.
I'll look it up, but I'll also continue. Let's see here. So yeah, just so as you wake up and all of that,
two
Vera,
weeks. At the
2 weeks.
very
So twice that, 4 weeks. But yeah, Vera, you wake up and you find something not odd.
Yeah, 2 weeks to a
You
month.
just yeah, you wake up in the morning. It's quiet, peaceful. It's nice change of pace. Though there's always that looming warning of danger because well, of course it's going to be dangerous with everything you've had to deal with for the past few weeks. Right? Sure, you'll have a period of peace and stuff, but eventually, so you're kind of waiting for that other shoe to drop for a brief moment before you hear a knock on your door.
Is that a shoe I hear?
Hmm.
I answer the door.
All right. You open the door. It appears to be a warforged maid. Excuse me, is this the Vera reference? Not reference. Residence?
No, I don't know that I would call it a residence. I don't really live here, but
Temporary residence. But still. I was informed of a complaint regarding noise from your neighbors. From your neighbor, she points to Flint's room. And we were told that you were a friend of his. I was sent by management to ask him to tone it down, even if he's a Weiss musician.
I don't think it will be an issue in future nights, but I will let him know. Thank you.
Good, because I was knocking on his door for the past 3 hours, and he did not respond. He may very well be dead. Goodbye, as she walks away.
Back to the world, maybe.
I'm starting
Sorry.
to like this maid less and less.
Well, this is what happens when Warforged becomes a maid.
Maybe, maybe not. It's all case by case basis.
Yeah, like this is
Who
probably,
knows? Maybe she was made to be unpleasant,
well,
provide
it's probably one
the
of those
worst
things where like
possible
the Warforged
customer service.
hasn't gained sentience yet.
Maybe, but nevertheless, you then, as she begins to walk by, you see, you hear like as full plate is. You hear the sound of somebody running in full plate, and just like fuck, what is it? You know that's the like in cartoons where somebody like they try to stop and do like was it a 90-degree turn, but they sort of skid off the side.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. Vera, you see, you see that, but with well, you already know who it is. It's Abdul, of course. Of course, you would be before.
Okay, first I'm going to take a quick glance at my scientific equipment just to make sure that there's nothing urgent.
Nothing. The covers the window or the shutters are closed.
Okay, good.
And you
That
just
brings my attention.
see Abdul just like rolling off to the side.
I
And
pass
the
him as
mate.
I.
Hmm?
I
Sorry,
pass
nothing.
him on the way out and say, "What's up, Admiral?"
As you make your way out, you hear the maid say, "Oh, good, another casualty. How fun!" As she just continues walking off. And as you walk over to Abdul, you see that one, he's not wearing his helmet. Two, he's wearing the rest of his equipment. And three, he appears to have some sort of liquid on his face. It appears to be somewhat like, almost looks like ink. Good. You're here. Uh, have you?
I motion to him to follow. No, sorry, go ahead.
You're saying?
I was going to say I motion to him to follow me as I start walking towards Flint's room.
All right. Have you seen my helmet or anything? Because I can't see anything right now.
Many times. But
Hmm. He sort of pats around, like feeling around, and he just
not
he
within the
tries to kick
last
up.
few months.
He tries to do a kick up, but he ends up colliding face first with a wall next to him, and he reels back for a brief moment. Oh, okay, that's yep, yep. Oh, perfect. Yes. I cannot see. I think that I'll need I'll need to fix this in the shortly, but I also have another thing I need to speak to you about.
More urgent than not being able to see.
Oh no, this happens on occasion. I just have to check my body and rearrange and set what some items inside of my body.
Do you need the helmet to see, or what?
No, I just need to hit myself against something very, very hard.
What's some help with that?
I believe the term is percussive diagnostics. I don't know. I heard that from a artificer once a long time ago.
Sounds like shitty artificer.
I mean, I could just use my shield.
Yes, but you're very good at sitting with your shield. I'd much prefer the lower amount of. You're welcome. I'd much prefer the lower amount of pain from bumping into things.
Also,
No offense.
do you need to pump? Do you need to pump into anything with like a specific spot, or
I have no idea. It changes per the day.
like your head, your arms?
Sometimes it's the day, sometimes it's my arm, sometimes I have to stub my toe. It varies. The life of a
I punch you in the face.
sport. You hit him in the face?
I've returned.
Yeah.
Make a athletics check.
It should only be one damage. I don't have any unarmed abilities.
Yeah, or what's your strength modifier though?
Yeah.
Oh, +4.
So that'll be 5
You
damage.
deal 5 damage. So 17 hits actually, because he's not wearing his full set of armor. As you slam him in the face, he sort of reels back and says, "Ah!" Roll D100.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Actually, that's perfect. You hit him in the face like ah! As you see his eyes. You didn't notice before, but this also looked like they were looking at nothing in particular. As he, okay. Mass Duke just dropped from the call. It's fine. He'll come back because internet tends to be, his is pretty bad. Anyways, as a reason, but that aside, so you hit him in the hard, clock him in the face a bit, as he just he reels back and screams like ah! As you see his eyes, he actually moves his eyes around as he focuses on you. Thank you. That was very helpful. Ah,
No problem. And then I use my lay on hands. Oh, good. I use my lay on hands to heal the damage.
all right, you do so.
5 points.
Only 5 points.
Does the golden blister do anything?
Roll d6. Actually, no, sorry. Fuck. Wrong one. Roll d10. My bad. So. Okay, you don't expend anything, and you kind of. It almost feels like you're over healing him, but it doesn't actually take effect on his body. It's like when you cast Cure Wounds and a little, they only need to be healed for a little bit. Like, I feel very good. Thank you.
That's weird.
You don't expend any lay on hands, but you do notice that. It's a bit odd, but that being said, he thanks you and he makes his way back to his room.
Hold up, Abdul.
Yes?
Have you ever seen anything like this? And then I shot the golden blister.
Let me see. Alright, for a moment. Sorry, GM rolled his roulette by accident. It's alright. Well, he's a. Oh, I've seen this before on some sorcerers. Paladins who decide to actually try to make a touch with their sorcery, or the sorcerer's abilities. It happens sometimes, though it never assumed you were a sorcerer.
I'm not a sorcerer, as far as I know. I gained my powers from a dedication to knowledge and preserving stories.
Sort of rubs his chin a bit as he takes a look at it. May I try something very quickly?
Sure, go ahead.
He sort of gets to like one knee, eye level with you, and he sort of gently touches it. And let's see here. Tries to apply a little. He applies a little bit of pressure. Oh, that's very hard and very concerning. Are you sure that's a? Are you sure that's not a worth and not a? It's a worth and not a crystalline growth. But it's very very hard.
I am not, no. I never said it was a work.
It looked like one. He reaches over into his pocket and pulls out a dagger. Hold still. This. I'll try to make sure this does not hurt. And he attempt to sort of run the wart across the blade. So let's see here. Oh, okay, that's how to make a con save. As he fails, as he runs it over, he runs the blade against it a little bit, and it a small burst of light strikes against his face. Oh, great! Now I'm seeing that.
Remember to add 4, so that's a 15.
Yeah, 15. By the way, still a failure against your spell save DC, as it creates a burst of light that appears to hit him in the eyes. As he says, "Oh, great! Now I'm seeing stars. Okay, that's yeah. Oh, okay. Never mind. That's odd. Hmm. Are you sure you haven't dabbled in sorcery? The no,
Well, there was the experiments with that mana potion last night.
ah. I don't know.
I might have set a little bit of it on fire and tried to absorb it with magic.
That sounds like a very me thing to do. Me. That sounds like a very Flint thing to do. That being said, I'm going to go to my room and see if I left my helmet inside, underneath. If I accidentally stick my helmet underneath my bed, and get much more properly dressed because he sort of looks at himself. I'm mostly dressed, but I think I'm missing a few things.
But what exactly is this? Never really said.
I used to treat some before I became sort of gestures towards himself. This, my father was a physician of sorts, or strange, like supernatural, not so dangerous afflictions. Yeah, that sort of thing occurs. Usually with sorcerer, with paladins who dabble into sorcery. Sometimes their magics can sort of manifest into a single point at times. But that being said, you yourself already claimed that you don't do that, so I am.
Wait a second. One of the side effects of prolonged exposure to mana is that the consumer becomes afflicted by wild magic. Could this be a result of the exposure to mana?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm more focused on the how do I put this? Esoteric rituals and things of the such that people tend to forget.
Okay, last question. Am I going to have to chop my hand off?
Oh no! Heavens no! By the nine hells no! Worst case scenario, uh, something strange relating to your own uh, divine powers may occur, but nothing too harmful. Point where you'd need to lop it off, or it grows on by its own. Ah, no, you're fine.
Cool. Can you tell the North Attic if you see her?
I think I saw when I passed by her room a bit. The door was open. It doesn't look like she's there anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure she has a good reason to be wherever she is.
And let's see here. So, each of you, except for Flint, take some time to get your
Oh yeah,
breakfast,
Vera.
stuff.
Oh yeah, Vera was stopping by. Wanted to stop at Sunstream first to see if he was okay.
Sorry, stopping over who?
At Sunstream.
All right, you do so. You don't get a response.
Well, I'm not knocking on the door.
It's still
I'm
past the
seeing if he's-
podcast.
Oh, okay. Right, the door is technically unlocked always, so you easily open the door.
I mean, also it's kind of broken now.
It's a kind of. It's a pull. On his end, it's a pull door, and your end is a push door. But yeah, you open, you quote unquote open the door, and you see he's still passed out there on his bed. He's like on his side. His face is like, how do I put it? It's like, his cheek is he he has his facial cheek on the pillow, and he's like drooling on one side. With his limbs all spread out on the ground across the side of the bed. Oh, sides. My apologies. Sides of the bed. He appears to be, for the most part, fine. Flutter?
Oh yeah, sorry, I was. I'll be and go get some breakfast.
All right. You do so.
And I'll also get you something as well.
Okay. And while that is happening, Alex, are you there? Oh, right, he's busy. Right, forgot. How did you make?
Yes.
So, let's see here. All right, you make your way down the stairs, and
Uh,
you how what was it again? Sorry, you're saying?
she would not have grabbed any breakfast because she's, I'd imagine, still satiated from the blood she drank yesterday. So she just kind of grab her stuff and head out.
All right, you do so. You know, what's your passive perception, by the way?
20.
All right, then you notice that whenever you pass by some people who have actual functioning olfactory senses, that they sort of reel away from your direction.
Mm. Whenever this happens, the only thing I'm saying is blame it on the Cabalpuss, whatever it's called. And that's it. Not even saying anything extra. Just blame it on the blame it on that. Blame it. Cabalpuss. Is that? I think that's what it's called. I should actually have
Catobal,
it.
catobal pulse.
Catoblepuss. That's what it was.
It's a weird name.
It is. Blame it on the Catoblepuss. Monstrosity. Monstrous creature. Kind of that same baseline idea.
I
Right.
returned again.
So you do so, and it doesn't stop anyone from reeling back, which may or may not be okay.
I'm going. I I need to look for a craftsman. Some like an actual craftsman. Someone that can train me in exotic. How to use exotic weapons and armor.
You can invest. Are you going to ask around, or are you actually going to physically look around?
Uh, can I probably have disadvantage if I ask people?
You probably safely assume that, yeah.
I'll
Like
physically
he's
look
saying
around.
that he knows a guy. You could probably pester him awake.
Or you can
Flint,
ask, what
uh,
was his name? Or you can ask Rainglow.
Technically, Norlai would know of a couple because she knows how to spot craftsmen really easily. With her family literally being like a part of those guild,
Local.
different guilds. Well, I'd say she knows about Junior, but like the other brothers did whatever.
So do you want to? So does Hajime decide to visit her new compatriot, new ally, Norlai?
well, here's the
How?
thing. Would I would ask my compatriots, but she just kind of doesn't want to. She only wants to deal with as little as people as she can. While this either find a remedy for the stink, or she just waits the 2 weeks.
All right. Then in
Uh,
this case, just make straight investment. What is it? It would have been a persuasion check for asking around, but in this case, it'll be an investigation check.
I okay normally.
Mm-hmm. All right. With a
15.
fifth, you're able to find one place. He's willing to teach you, if only to get you out of, if only to, if only to, because he doesn't have any olfactory senses. He's a clock. He's a gear forged, a mortal
Oh,
who had their consciousness put into a machine willingly. Well, might willingly.
yes. Uh, so the four in question I want to train for is hardened leather, a great bow, or drag. So when I had sent you that, I mistaken the great bow for the dragon great bow. The only difference is that the dragon great bow is used to hunt wyverns. It's not made of wyvern parts.
Yeah, I remember that part. I didn't want to correct
Uh,
you because I wanted you to discover that for yourself.
yeah, I decided to
I didn't want to
decide.
do that.
Uh, there. There's a scythe thing, and I can't remember what the last one was, but I'll PM you that one, the one that I want training in.
All right, make a. In this case, let's see here. He said that he is, as long as you did you, as long as you well, you visit tomorrow because at the moment he's training some new blood,
Okay.
quote
Uh,
unquote new blood. None of them are able to bleed.
okay. Uh, in the meantime, can I purchase a dragon great bow?
He, let's see here. Make a. What? No, he'll just tell you. He'll ask you. Let's see here. If you have the license for that.
License. License.
If you want, you can make a history check.
Normally.
Yes.
Okay. I would be it'd be common knowledge that dragons are on a protected list.
Yes. 26.
Uh,
You know as to specifically why with Dragon Slayer bows. Yeah, because of the recent near extinction of dragons, and then technically being considered more a sentient race of people, not a, even though they're not playable. Just gonna say that before you get any ideas. No, they're not playable. No, but they're a protected species due to them technically being considered a race of people, and the crime and hunting down dragons is considered an act of genocide or participating in an act of genocide and or a hate crime, whichever they can get stuck on you first. It's generally and as such because the actual origins of the weapon and the way it was used here in the Avrani Union, it's sort of there's a restriction there
Okay.
as to who can actually purchase them. You have to complete a several weeks long actual thing in order to actually purchase it. Training, it's completely fine to train how to use a dragon slayer, but you have to go through like sensitivity training, essentially the equivalent of sensitivity training. So you have to have taken at least an introductory course in dragon history, as well as you completing some tests to see if you're not just some sort of crazy dragon obsessed hunter.
I mean, these aren't just for dragons. They're for any flying creatures. Wyverns, dragons, worms.
Yeah, but politicians.
But the name says it all, really.
Well, also politicians in the Avrani unit, which is to say priests. Specifically the dragon priests. Specifically the dragon priests, yeah.
Would I know where to start that process?
City Hall.
No, oh no. I'm gonna march my ass down to City Hall.
You're stopped by some guards. You're told that you cannot enter while smelling that vial.
Oh, that is wrong. I'm going to look at them, plain in the face, make full intimidation. Then you figure out how to remove a fuck, cattle pass. That stench. I am making.
There's a bull in there.
I am.
With actually, normal, because yes, you smell absolutely rancid, but you also appear to be a child from this guy's perspective. And these are people who work who guard City Hall, so they've seen some shit. So intimidation normally.
I rolled a 14.
That's the gauge.
What's
your modifier? What's your intimidation modifier?
Hold on.
No, don't roll it. I just need to know what your modifier is.
I know. I'm fetching.
You should give them the catapulpus odor. Now they can't enter either.
I have an 8 in intimidation.
All right, 10.
I'm gonna re-roll.
Okay. Go ahead.
Considering as we're not really going to be doing anything, too terribly important. Come on.
I was hoping to be able to accept that.
All right. It's all right. This is just going to be a short thing. So Hajime, you do so, and the man gets to one knee to eye level with you. Takes off his helmet. You see, human man. Morning. How do I say it? Like a 5 p.m. Shadow beard, but it's gray. Gray hair. He has like wrinkles and battle scars all across his face, and he simply says, "Ma'am, with all due respect, I don't care. I'm just here to do my job. Get out of here. Only come back when you. You know."
Prestidigitation.
I've literally tried everything to get rid of this stench. Press
Try
the
to make a
H.
medicine check to see if you know how to.
I could roll a history or something. See what.
Or all to say, I take it you just take your
Bathe
leave.
in tomatoes.
A
I've
history
already.
check. Or make it
I've
on
already.
nature check. My bad.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
did that. You actually had Hajime bathe in tomatoes.
Oh,
Ordered it.
actually, yeah. Oh, let me fetch an ability I have. That allows me. Uh, let's see. You. Let me find this ability.
Make a deal with your patron to get rid of the stench.
I have an ability. Uh, it's this.
Okay. With advantage then, or no? Sorry, not with advantage, but just make an nature check with your wisdom modifier. Normally. Jesus Christ.
Hold on.
Fucking heartache, mate.
It.
What are you trying
It's
to do?
fine.
The Roll20 is not being very forgiving today. I'm not even on. I'm not even on Wi-Fi, and it's not being very nice.
Let me take a look at it.
I have a 12 because I have. Why did it roll? Why did it roll heartache and destructive wave? That doesn't make any sense.
Just ignore that. Let me just.
I think I can get it. Let me just wait for my character sheet has loaded. Nature. Hot damn.
Using your intelligence modifiers, that by 2 and increase that by 5. Or unless you modified already in the.
I have not modified. I haven't modified it yet. Wow, that's a 30.
Well, it's minus 2 plus. It's minus 2, and you instead add your plus 5, so that makes it 28 actually. There's two ways to there's several ways to get rid of it. One is to there's several ways to get rid of it. One, die. Two, bathe in tomato juices for weeks on end and hope that it gets out within 4 weeks, not 2 weeks. Skunks last 2 weeks. Catobal lipos it lasts 4 weeks, an entire month. But
Oh.
there's a third way that might work. But then you remember, the only way for that to actually work would be if you hadn't consumed Catobal pus blood. You did.
I dipped a pinky.
A drop is all you need. Many dryads have fallen victim to Catobal pus.
Make a deal with your Eldritch patron
There's a small chance it'll work.
get rid of the stench.
There's a chance it'll work, but here's the thing. The chances are not good. It's not a potion.
What?
Very expensive one, usually sold around like 100 gold, not 100 gold, 100 no, 100 platinum per bottle.
Would
It's
I
a really
be...
simple one, but you could probably find it in most any apothecary. It's just that it's rarely sold.
Okay. If it's a very simple potion to make, wouldn't I be able to make it myself?
You would if you had, let's see here. What was it? All right. You would if you had a consistent supply of decay of 4-week old decayed shark meat. Let's see here. Pufferfish venom. The and hag's hair. Can't really
Uh,
buy. You could probably find a seller for the shark, but hag's hair. No, it's simple to make, but it's not easy to make.
okay.
Ingredient.
So the pufferfish venom, difficult.
So
The
pufferfish
shark,
is the easiest part.
the pufferfish, that's easy. That's I'd say a little bit more difficult than the shark meat. I mean, you have to kind of age the
Yes.
it's kind
The
of
specific procedure calls for it to be in a beach, out in the open, for several weeks on it, and then you have to kind of fend off like seagulls and all that. But so
uh
it's not quite easy.
which
But
is
yeah,
one thing after another. I'm gonna go find a apothecary, an alchemy shop.
easy enough. The thing is, with what you know with the 28, you do know that it's less of a 100% chance of succeeding now. Now it's a 75% chance of succeeding.
Okay, so
Chances
uh
are they're not they're not as good as they could have been, but they're not bad.
okay.
So are you gonna mark off 100 platinum?
Uh, yeah. And does this place sell spell components?
Yes, they do. Mostly druidic, but yeah,
Do they sell bloodstones?
they do sell bloodstones.
Cause I need I was going through my spell list and I realized, God, six. That hurts. 100 platinum.
Yeah,
That stings. Anyway, so I need bloodstones worth 300 gold pieces.
they only have two. They only have 75 in stock.
Okay. Uh, that's
Oh, oh,
fine.
oh yeah. She has to. All right. Water's gotta. Yeah, go. So meanwhile, yeah, just mark that off.
Uh,
And in the meantime, as you're going to look around for that, we're gonna switch it back to Norline.
mm,
As you finish your donning your armor, he's so on a scale of 1 to 10. How fucked up am I? 10 being that Levistus himself wouldn't be able to save me. Alex, are you there?
Oh, yeah, you said something like I was eating.
Uh, Nolan asks, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how fucked am I? 10 being not even Levistus in the pits of hell could claim my soul. I'm probably gonna be sent to some to God's knows where. And one being, you're gonna be fine. I'm just overreacting, you know. So yeah, that being the standard. How fucked am I?
Honestly, I don't know how fucked you are. Like, I don't know, like, if a cackler's even dead by your side that didn't turn into Prismatic Girl that you were able to bring it and show to me is this, like, is bad, but I don't know much more, so. Yeah, I'm gonna just take a guess and say you're pretty boned, man. You're pretty boned. Again, you would have to actually talk to a professional who specializes
He
in
sort of,
wounds.
he then like knocks on the door and asks, "Are you fully dressed in there?"
if it's been more than an hour, yeah, I would have had my armor donned already.
You've had like now. He's like left you there and just stood there quiet for a solid hour. He so he do you just inform that you're fully dressed?
Yeah, I would have walked out as soon as I got finished getting dressed, grabbed all my shit.
I'm gonna tell you something I've done a lot of things in my life I don't like. So I'm just gonna tell you I'm gonna tell you something that I've never told anyone because frankly, if I'm gonna die, I might as well have this off my chest. And I will PM you what he says.
Oh.
All right. This may not matter to your character, but I guess as a player, you know Nolan. Eh,
Yeah, it's just taking a little bit to. Oh. It's like
crazy, right? But yeah, basically.
I look at him just like very like you know that like half moon like look of like just like not even surprised look, just looks at him and be like, "Gee, I never would have guessed."
Yeah.
For a guy that breaks into people's houses without permission. Seriously, I'm so pissed about that.
That's fine. That's fine. You know what? Look on the bright side of this. That means you're just gonna have to get some new locks because clearly the ones you got were terrible.
No, I'm not gonna get new logs. I'm gonna get I'm gonna see what I'm doing about hiring professionals to guard now.
Hmm. Okay. That'll just make it. Is that a challenge I'm hearing?
I'm looking at him. I'm like, I will smack you
I'm
again.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Jeez. That being said, uh, don't tell anyone what I told you, and yeah, and let's keep this whole demon thing quiet, right?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. You just snapped. This never happened. I never came into your house and ate all of your cheese, as he just books it.
I It's like, all right, wait. Like it's like my cheese. It's like looking. It's like, oh god. It's like
Now you look. It's all fine. You don't know what he's talking about.
I'm like, wait, but all my cheese is still here. Wait, what did he eat?
And meanwhile, Flint. Oh, Lamchop, are you there?
They might be currently muted. No, they're not muted. Okay.
Lamchopper, are you there? Can you hear me? Lamchopper. Oh, hello, Flutter. Lamchopper, are you there?
I think there's a possibility he might actually fall asleep while playing.
I think you might go ahead. So feel free to just. Or
All right.
shit.
So, well, we can continue on a little bit. Like, I know we're doing mostly interactions right now, but I'm just like, I wish to be able to do more stuff too.
Yeah, I know. Just all right. In that case, meanwhile, let's see. Yeah, Norlai. So Nolan kept seeing. So do you want to try to see if you can track Nolan, or is
No,
good?
like he just ran out and just like after claiming eating all of his cheese, but all of my cheese is still there. It's like, wait, he ate something. What the fuck did he eat?
I'm gonna check your tire. I'm gonna check your house
I do a quick scan while I'm trying to grab breakfast, essentially.
perception.
Perception. It's nah, it looks all fine. Well, unless I had advantage with knowing how well stocked my house is.
Nah. You sort of look around like, I'm sure he's fine.
Whatever. Like literally grab breakfast with side of booze because she does love her alcohol.
Yeah, it's easy. Easy enough to prepare.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. It's like double text, like double text sure stock of alcohol. It's like wait, okay.
You notice something that it though, as like what do you prepare?
Uh, something very standard, just like very standard, but like I'm
Bread and butter, eggs.
that's like on the sick stomach, like bread and butter. That's yeah, that's light.
Yeah.
Like that's super light. I would be actually having like an actual proper breakfast, but you know,
So like egg and something.
medieval, yeah, whatever medieval breakfasts are, essentially. But moving on.
So
Uh,
you prepare. Also, hello back. Welcome back, Lump Jumper.
there, there is a dish of butter or dish of eggs that call for like 2 3 pounds of butter. Legitimately.
Jesus Christ, it's odd.
Yeah, but it's one of those things like it's like whatever. If they ate my food. But if there was a single bottle of alcohol missing, there's gonna be a dead Templeton.
Not Templeton.
Temp-
Yeah,
Not Templeton. Sorry, I get names mixed up because of my brain. Like
it's
you
fun.
just spoke, and I
Nolan.
was like, yeah, Nolan. There's gonna be a dead Nolan.
do you
Right.
do you dislike Templeton that much that you
No,
interpose?
no, you spoke. My brain immediately went to your name. It's just that's how my fucking memory works.
Anyway, so you check
Uh,
around, you prepare. You notice that you're all out of butter.
It's like he ate all my butter.
I mean, you
You
can
had like
always
two.
make.
You had 3 pounds of that stuff.
It's like he mistook my butter for cheese. What the fuck? Whatever. There are other
Mm.
breakfasts I could have that just don't require me to use butter.
Yeah, they're all just below C tier. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No,
We're
it's fine.
sinking too much on breakfast. What the fuck?
Anyway, yeah. Sorry. So moving on, you make your breakfast, you take your leave, and you did receive some mail in the morning.
Okay. Yeah,
Standard stuff.
I would have cracked that open
Date
while I
like
was.
stuff.
Yeah, like I'm going to say like I would have cracked that open while I was eating, trying to read it.
Yeah. Essentially, it reads. Essentially, it's just like aside from like newsletters, stuff like that from the local paper. Uh, let's see here. What was it? Yes, it is a request. It appears
Request or quest?
a request.
Okay. I didn't hear the request part. It kind of cut out. Partly.
It's fine. It's on me.
Anyways,
But
so
it is
what
a
is it? What
request.
soda is the? Yeah. What is the request?
It is from a local dwarvish. Is from a local dwarvish. Essentially, arms club. Not arms as in like weapons. Actually, physically arms. Think of it like a gymnasium, but exclusively for the wealthy, so to speak,
Yeah. Yeah.
but with dwarves, because of course it is. Essentially, requesting apparently a excuse me. They request that you a meeting with you in 3 days' time in regards to possibly commissioning you for some brew
Oh.
for the 5th anniversary of the Arms Club.
Yeah. That's simple enough. Oh, I'll meet with. Well, it's like yeah, meet with them and meet with them within 2 days and ask what they need. Like
Yeah.
that's simple enough.
Yeah, it's easy enough. But yeah, that being said, that's about it. Though there is something interesting in the newspaper regarding, let's see here, what was it? Ah, yes, local blood cult. Local former cult is visiting the town in 5 days' time.
Local blood cult. What cult specifically?
Former
Oh,
former blood cult.
Yeah, former
Former
blood cult.
blood cult.
Yeah.
is this
Visiting
the
the
one
town
that
in two
was?
days' time. Or 5 days' time, sorry.
Is this the one that I was told about along with the machine cult?
Yes.
Okay,
Specifically, it says the soon to be Church of Asbloom.
because I need a plan. I need to talk to you, and because I have a plan to extort money from them
Yeah. With the other character.
with the other character.
Yeah, that'd be. Jesus. Anyways, so yes, you actually recognize this. You actually read a article on this is beforehand on the ship. These are those guys. The whose goddess is the what is the was the sister is the sister of the former really good god Serenray, who died upon merging with Bahamut to create a new form to create another god.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so it's a cult of assholes that are clearly lying
As well,
about freaking abandoning their old faith.
the old format, yeah. Probably it's definitely because they mention them by name. So yeah, 5 days time, they're coming. Fortunately, and Lemon Chopper, are you there?
Yep, just been here this whole time. It's time to look for
Okay.
bears.
You wake up, and let's see here. What? Sorry, I just wanted to take care of the thing first. You wake up and you feel refreshed, kind of, but you notice some sheet music on your desk. Looks like it's your writing, but you're not left-handed. Do you want to go check it out?
I mean, he knows it's his.
Yeah, it looks like yours. It's just that it looks like it was written left-handed wise. Do you want to just go take a look at it real quick?
I mean, you're probably gonna do a thing with it. So fuck yeah.
You look at it, it looks absolutely horrid. The song has no rhythm whatsoever. The notes are all over the place. It looks like it would sound like some sort of like if a toddler like crawling across the keyboards of a piano could probably play a much better song than this. It's perfect in all the wrong reasons. But yeah, that's what you wake up to. And meanwhile, as you're getting up and getting your equipment and clothing and cleaning yourself up, and why is there a pool of saliva on your pillow? Oh, so Norland, I take it you're just gonna make your way to the party. Hello, okay. Alex, are you there? Alex, Alex, if you're talking, I can't hear you. Just gonna, one moment.
I'm assuming that they're BRB, and I have
Oh.
waited a while to do things, I suppose.
Yeah. In that case, sorry. So I was just focusing on him. Moving on, just focusing on you in this case. So you wake up, you do your proper everything, do your equipment and all that. You
Flint,
on
despite
your
crafting a horrible set of notes, decides to still keep them. Because there's a way, and he had an intention when he made him. So he's gonna have that more refined and done
all right.
eventually. But right now, he's in this union, and he has something to look for while he is here. In fact,
Yeah,
more than one thing, actually. 3 things, actually. I underestimated how much he actually needed to get done here.
you might want to write that in your character sheet, real quick.
Uh, Connections to Larissa being here.
Yes.
One, after a while of not talking, but also now being considered a holy figure.
Well, technically, Paul. Gosh, in the Verona Union, those two are one of the same politicians and holy figures.
No, I mean, like, he's considered a holy figure now.
Not a politician, though. Unless you want to go into politics, which in your case would be very easy because of your reputation. But that being said, so just gonna, all right, make preparations and stuff.
Right now, it's time for him to find fire bears.
Yeah, and also,
So,
but also probably eat with your colleagues.
plus he does kind of need something to do as he kind of wakes up because he's still not fully up. He's still not fully rested. You could
Yeah.
probably not knock out getting a lead for that because he works
As
off
you're
being drowsy.
Yeah, as you're waking up from your kind of not really unforced sleep, you hear a knock on your door.
Uh, Flint stares into the probable peephole that is there.
That there is. It's Nolan. He appears to be just standing there at the door, just waiting for a response. Hands in his
Oh,
pockets, but
hey, Nolan.
fine. Do you open the door for him?
Uh, Flint does somewhat open the door, though it is kind of slower because he's still exhausted.
Hey,
Not as
oh
much as
shit! You look like you're growing into the Great Render. Huh?
I stayed up all
Uh,
night just crafting something.
that's
Uh,
not. That's
Technically,
weird, kid.
it's not great, but you came here for something, right?
Yeah, two things actually. One. Oh, what was it? Fuck. Easter returns a moment. Well, I'll get to that second one in a bit. First thing, the second thing, places he places his hand. He reaches for it. Hold still. Just gonna touch your face for a quick sec.
Flint is almost too slow to really respond to anything right now, so it just kind of happens without him processing it.
He puts his hand on you, and his hand feels like it almost feels like his hand is itself an knife or something. Because that's what it feels like right now. So it sort of wakes you up a little bit, but it's weird. Anything weird? Am I making this weird?
Flint just is barely processing what is happening right now.
Hey,
Just like,
he's like
I don't know.
flopping the sides of your face. Hey, with again,
I've been exhausted.
dead cold hands. Hey, wake up, wake up, kid, wake up, kid. Don't make me punch you.
I'm awake. I'm just slow to respond. I've driven myself to exhaustion.
You know what you need? You know what you really need, kid? Out of everything?
Mental health.
I mean, that's obvious. I don't even need to say that. Everyone knows that. I know that, but Nor knows that. Abdul knows that. The new girl probably already knows that. But that aside, you also need to go downstairs and eat because breakfast is ready, and I'm not going to be merciful. And let's see here, as he just slaps you in the face and runs.
I guess I'm eating my rations today.
All right.
He simply walks slowly and eats some of his stored rations because he knows he's not going to be there fast enough.
All right. And as you do, you're going to be having to make a Constitution save. I'll roll for you. Don't worry.
Should
I'm
probably ask if they were
just-
rotten.
Oh no, it's not. They're rotten. It's separate.
You control the wheels. Go ahead.
13 is a failure, unfortunately. So you know that weird, thing that happens when you sleep and you wake up, and after moving a little bit, you pull a muscle, and it feels like your leg is like the static on a TV screen. Yeah, basically that just happens as you begin to get closer to the stairs. Not while you're on the stairs now. While you're getting close to the stairs. And yeah. Not pleasant. Not pleasant, suffice to say. So I take it you just stay quiet, or do you just groan a bit?
He's just kind of tiredly mumbling in pain, but not even pain, just grumbling in like the physical noise his leg is now experiencing.
Yeah. It's not pleasant. Anyone who knows this sort of feeling is going to agree it's not pleasant. That being said, you do manage to make your way there, and there's food. There's plenty of food. You see Vera, you see Hajime, you see Benor, you see Nolan. Actually, you don't see Benor. You see Abdul. You don't see Benor or Norlai. The Norlai's new. So she probably has her own place here.
Flint just keeps trying to shake himself awake. Do you know where those two might have gone?
Nolan's like, with his face full of panda cakes.
Flint just kind of points to the empty space those other two would have filled, as he cannot really vocalize all that well.
Oh, and also Hajime's not there, so 3 technically.
Yep.
She woke up much earlier.
Okay, those 3.
And also see that gives that. Flutter. Alright. Vera's assume will also sort of say that she's not. He doesn't know either. but you also do get let's see here. So while you're getting breakfast and all that, Norlai.
Yep.
So you're making your way to the inn that the group you've been asked to oversee is currently staying. You go through. You know this town. You don't need to make any checks to see how or if you manage to find your way there. It's easy enough to find.
Yeah.
Now that being said, you do manage to. You do notice that there's a lot of foot traffic.
Just a busy day today, apparently.
Yeah, I mean it's a Monday to be honest. Yeah, morning ish, so makes sense. But then all of a sudden, it's just a wall of people just stopped. A good block, like good 2 blocks around the while you're 2 blocks away from the inn. Do you ask around?
So I got completely walled off to the point where I can't even see the inn anymore, or like
Right,
you're
you
not being
got.
clear.
You're kind of immediately are stopped in terms of foot traffic because people are just can't seem to move anywhere. As it while you are 2 blocks away from the while you're 2 blocks away from the inn. Can't from your height you really can't see all that well. So you probably have to ask around. Do you do so though?
So hold on, I'm so confused with like the way you're saying it.
Sorry,
Yeah, because it's
let
like
me rephrase.
it sounds like you're saying I saw
So
the inn
as
and
you're
then
making your way,
sorry.
no,
Yeah.
you're making your way towards the end. Like 2 blocks, you can probably guess you're like from your knowledge of the town, you're probably like 2 blocks away, but you can't seem to go through due to like a lot of people just making like a how do I put it? Right, you know how like in crime scenes, there's like people sort of crowd around a single place, kind of unfortunately wall off the area.
Oh, so it like I can't even squeeze through these people kind of deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would just ask people to let me.
Burn a spell slot on Misty Step.
That's you, like having
Oh
that spell.
yeah.
Again, you're trying to speak for my character.
I can't judge your
Uh,
spell. You don't have
how?
that, do you?
Hello? God damn it. Sorry, can you hear me now? Because it feels like whenever I was
Yes,
trying to speak, it wasn't like
we can hear you.
yeah. So, like I
I can
was
hear in the
trying to
background.
Flint or Lamb Chopper, please.
every time. Ugh. All right. I fucking forgot what I was gonna say. God damn it.
So can't seem to make through because people are not either not able to or not allowing you to go through.
All right.
You don't know until you ask.
I literally was about okay. That's what I was about to say. I was literally asking people to freaking make room, please. I'm trying to get to a location.
Sorry, look, one of the man you're in front of says, sorry, I can't quite make it through either. I have to get to my work, but you see, he's a human man,
J-
brown eyes,
yeah, proceeding.
brown
Yeah,
skin, turban.
I got it.
Yeah,
all you really need to say was
civilian.
human. Yeah, all you had to say was human male, please. The extra detail is not
Yeah, human
needed.
male. He basically says I try to make my way to work as well. It doesn't look like the guards are allowing us though. Claiming very important person. I don't know. It's exciting and scared because I think I might be late and if my boss cannot get there, then I'm probably going to be fired.
Ugh.
Uh,
I
do you
like how
need?
other people try to jump out from zombie. Alright, so can I see what's exactly causing the block?
Yeah, he sort of like asks. You could. It's probably a little bit easier from my angle. He takes a step back and allows you to take his place.
Okay.
As you do, you see honor guards, not inquisitors, not local guardmen, honor guards that make up like the more not secret. No, they make up like the sort of the actual military of the Arani Union. Soldiers is effectively guarding around a block, a large area, preventing people from passing. And as you're able to see it, one of the guards notices you and gestures towards one of the knights next to them. They sort of whisper something and they begin to approach you.
Just one raised eyebrow, I'm like, wait, why are they coming for?
Excuse me, are you a uh the soldier sort of just just goes for a moment and the other soldier just elbows them in the gut and he speaks for him. Are you a Miss Miss Blackhammer?
Yes, that is I.
All right. He sort of gestures towards one of the other soldiers nearby. This one's allowed to come through. All right. To which he responds, yeah, okay, weird. And they just are free to come with us. And they say, sorry for the blockade. One of the high priests, bring an inn around here, so you have to. So extra precautions are set up. But you're allowed because the Inquisitors gave you an exception. I don't know who, I don't know why, but you're allowed it. Oh, go along now. Be safe. Don't cause trouble, or we'll find you.
Alright, so I imagine I got led through as I was being talked to.
Yeah, uproar from the civilians, but aside from that,
So why exactly did you create a blockade? Exactly.
a high priest is
Huh.
here.
High. Okay. I heard high priestess and then just blah 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 blank.
Is visiting here.
Okay.
Specifically, some musician. I don't know.
So
It just seems like a bunch of hullabaloo over nothing.
alright. So you created a blockade preventing people from the work just because a high priestess showed up.
Yep. That's how, or in case any assassins come through or any civilians or prevent civilians from possibly hurting her. It'd be a whole political hullabaloo and complaint. Politicians. He says under his breath.
So alright. Why? Alright. If you have to create a blockade because of whatever reasons, can you at least for the townsfolk create a detour so people can get moving and not create this much of a blockade?
We would. You also disperse them. Yeah, we tried that, but sort of gestures towards one side where you see some. Let's see here. I guess the technical. They appear to be prepubescent teenagers. Uh, they look like they belong to some sort of local noble house, and they're just like being particularly aggressive with the honor guards in that region.
Oh, so
They
they're the
appear to be
reason.
just standing
Okay,
there taking a lot of shots.
So they're the reason why it's causing a
He sort of gestures towards another. He just gestures his finger towards the rest of the street, and you see a lot of not just prepubescent teenage human nobles. Yeah,
I'm not getting the hint because I'm
a
fucking
lot
dumb.
of a lot of people acting, a lot of people harassing, like saying something. We want to see the musician of the Weiss, all that shit. Yeah.
All right. So if it's the couple people in front trying to be like they want to see this musician, I'd be like, hold on. I was like, let me try to get them to move.
All right. For your safety, officially I can't allow this, but he's sort of I'm a bit busy with the with my side, so I can't be held responsible for this sort of bullshit.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to somewhere, and a lot of people here need to get to their jobs too. I want to help out everyone.
Yeah, and I'm not able to do a thing right now. I'm busy with my side, so if somebody and while I'm supposed to tell you to stay out of danger, I can't really enforce it. Now that I'm busy with my side, right?
Right. All right. So he can't. Above game, he can't assist, but at the very least, he can turn an eye.
He's turning an eye, yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. You could have said that very basically and straightforward because I was not getting the hint until I just figured it out. Like fucking.
Yeah.
Like don't please do not be critical of me because
I got it. I got
I
it.
am tired.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Stay here. By the way,
Hey, I'm
moving on.
back, by the way.
Yellow, welcome back.
Yeah.
So
So sorry if I come off as a little
it's
bit
fine.
impatient because of
So,
it.
all right, what do you do? Just for the sake of expediency, what do you do?
All right. So I'm gonna talk to the people who are demanding to see the musician and being like, "Hey, you're causing a bit of a blockage for the crowd behind you trying to get to their jobs. Would you kindly move, please?"
Make a shit. There's no authority. Fuck. Sorry. What would it be to like, disperse a crowd? I guess no, it won't be performance.
It'd be directly towards the
Depends
people.
on how you want to. Like, are you gonna try to be
This is
threatening
me
with
just
them or
no. This is me directly trying to ask kindly first, like
persuasion? Normally.
persuasion. Natural fucking 20.
So you do so, and you feel as you do so, you feel like the sort of you feel like the sort of
I feel
how do I
like
put
they
this?
recognize me from just me.
No, less that and more along the lines of. Oh, sorry.
I
You're
like how
saying?
I try to give my version and you correct
Sorry.
me. I like I was saying, I imagine they recognize me for like just because of like serving and alcohol and running my own little in like like in an like establishment, and they were just like, oh yeah, sure. It's like
Less of that and more like for some reason you feel like, if moment you feel your patron gods. The way you deliver just the single line, just sort of.
single. You cut out a single.
In a single sentence you give, in a single the delivery.
Yeah, just
I feel like
would you
your
kindly
patron
move as
god.
like I just imagine as like clearly see like if they probably like as I persuade them and like they clearly see if they don't it's like I'm about to
Less of that, and more like they're like for a brief moment very charmed. For a brief moment charmed, and they just disperse. And if and yeah, you just temporarily felt that. Anyways, moving on. So the most of the crowd is dispersed. Well, there's like some stragglers here and there, but it's not much of a problem as it was
yeah, the
before.
people that were trying to be were adamant about seeing this performer. I managed to get this race, which means flow of traffic resumed more or less normally.
Yeah. So yeah, you make your way. So I take it you then make your way towards the inn.
Yeah, because that's what I was gonna meet up with the people first, and then I was gonna proceed with what I wanted to do for the rest of the day. As I mentioned, I got other things. Like there were other things I wanted to try to do.
Yeah. Outside, you see three honor guards. Two of them just sort of standing watch. Another appears to be consoling some very well dressed, purple-skinned woman with somewhat not scantily, but like like very barely revealing clothing. Like has like an open collar line, sort of suggested to look downwards, but not really designed for such a thing, accentuated to an obscene degree.
Yeah, yeah. Anyways, I go up to the guards. I'm about to go, and I'm like, my name's Norlai Blackhammer. I'm here to meet with the group that's in there.
You see that the lady's sort of has her hands like clasped in front of her. So she appears to be like mumbling under her breath. What if he doesn't remember me? What if he doesn't? What if he doesn't respond? If he's just having a bad day? What if and the honor guard is like trying his best, like calm down. You're overthinking it. And the guards who are actually standing guard, doing the whole part of their name, say, "Oh yeah, go on through. We've already got the information. Go on ahead."
Yeah. So proceeding forward.
So yeah, you do so, and everyone else as you're eating, as you finish up your breakfast, you'll see Norlai walking in.
Just Norlight just looks at you guys like, hello there. I'm gonna be joining your group. I'm Norlight Blackhammer.
Uh,
Uh,
Dead silence. I'm like, wow, that guys are very low energy, aren't you?
Nolan's like, "Hi, person I've seen for the very first time before." And Nolan says, "Hi, person I've met for the first time ever in my entire life."
I just imagine everyone deadpans to him as I'm just like giving them I'm going to. It's like just like giving them you ate all my mother, you motherfucker look.
I don't think there's a look for that. As much as there probably should be. There probably isn't. There definitely isn't. That being said, yeah, those who are eating at the table knows that she's looking at him with particular venom.
Yeah, I just imagine at this point it's like people are trying to now discern what the fuck's going on. Pretend that little strange, but anyways, proceeding.
Yes. So who's doing? You take a seat. And they take you take a seat. Yeah.
Yeah, more or less. Like if they're like, no one said anything. It's like, man, you guys are very low energy in the morning, aren't you? As I'm taking a seat, it's like saying how he was the only one who was able to respond.
Abdul's like appears to be the weird. You think human guy is like has his mouth filled with pancakes and egg as he just like waves at you enthusiastically, but focuses on his food.
Yeah,
Probably so that
I
he
can
doesn't.
understand him not eating. He's stuff like saying hi. He's eating his stuff in
Yeah.
your face.
Am I just
And
not terrible in back here?
and Flutter, what is Vera's response to the new person?
The new person joining the group.
Yes, they
Oh,
just introduce themselves.
That's a good question. She'll make a point to get to know her better, but right now, the newcomer is kind of surrounded by a bunch of other people, so she'll wait for things to die down first.
All right. But as you take your seat and make sure you wait for everyone else to finish their food, you see the door open. You see that same honor guard who was consoling the weird purple-skinned like really shiny skin, purple skinned lady in the fancy attire. So looks her most balanced has come to visit a. Is her? She just the guard just stands her for a moment. Boyfriend, a Flint Lockwood. Please give your most sincere respects to the High Priestess of. Oh God, I can't even pronounce that name. She audibly says, "Just say hi."
Vera raises an eyebrow at Flint.
It gives a sluggish.
You pause to wonder how
Hand
creature
wave.
You pause to wonder how a creature with fur all over their face can have eyebrows.
Wave of time.
Yeah, he's currently like you notice. Yeah, you actually see this lady for the first time in a long time, Flint. Everyone else, this is a very new and odd person. You see a woman with violet, like very purple skin. Her skin, it almost looks like it glistens against the sunlight, almost like she just came out of some sort of bath or something, or she just came out of a pool of water. She appears to be wearing a simple brown and white, not brown white, yeah, black and black and golden robes. It sort of had like a small boob window, for the technical term. But everything else appears to be like ceremonial and has a sort of what's it? Trying to think of the term. It has a lot of line. It's like a lot of straight and sharp angles to the dress. Like there's golden thread sort of arcs around like her forearms and such, almost like copper, almost like computer wiring, but not quite. It's sort of. She also appears to have a symbol that appears to depict a. Let's see here. Appears to not a. You think for a moment that it appears it's like a sort of. How was it? What's a weight thing? Like it appears to be like some sort of like how was it like? It's a thing that's used to measure and compare like which one's heavier than the other. I can't remember what the object is called.
Measures.
Oh dear ear. Whoa.
Yeah, that was a low end.
Sorry, I believe they're called scales and measures.
Yes, scale. You see a symbol of scale, but appears to like it almost looks like a bit more primitive. Like one end is like appears to have like some sort of like tree, and the other one appears to have like some sort of a mass of like almost like a mass of tentacles. As for the first time in a long time, let's see here. Yeah, Flint. You see her. She's doesn't aside from her attire, she doesn't appear to have changed all that much.
Flint seems to
Hi.
just run in air quotes towards her, and falls flat on his face, sluggishly gets himself up, and gives her a hug.
As you fall down on your face, he says, "Oh dear, he's had one of those weeks again." The knight just said, "Do you want me to?" No, no, it's fine. It's just normal. And she returns the hug. As you do, I'm gonna need you to make another con save. I'm gonna so.
Oh boy!
Because you've been staying for several days, so. And you technically did a long rest. You passing out counted as a short rest, even though it took the same time as a long rest.
Oh, what?
Congratulations. You don't succeed. Jesus Christ, with a 16.
Fucking pass me.
Well, no, you just sort of lull and go to sleep. You don't pass out. Just go to sleep. And the night drifts to sleep. And the knight just says, "Are you sure?" He's like, no, this is perfect. Anyone who could tell, it's weird. This sort of woman appears to be enjoying this sort of affair. Not entirely sure what sort of the relationship is here, aside from boyfriend, apparently girlfriend.
I like after falling asleep, like seeing this man fall asleep in this woman's arm, I look back to the rest of the guys. I'm like, is he normally like that?
Is it? It's like in. Excuse me. It's like in the middle of the day, right? When you.
It's like the middle of like the morning,
Okay.
like 8 p.m., like 8 a.m., 8 a.m. Let's see.
Okay.
My hello here, all these colleagues. Well, it's a few of you that I recognize. And by that I mean I recognize none of you.
Yeah, I just recently walked in, just raising her hand slightly. It's just like, yeah, I just recently joined these people. Can't really judge them yet.
You're a very pretty human.
Actually, I'm a dwarf.
She just blinks her eyes for a moment, like
Yeah, I like dwarf.
what?
Like, yeah, I'm half. I'm half dwarf and half elf.
She returns to one of the knights and says, "What's a dwarf and elf?" And it's one of the many races that exist here. And it's okay. Um, well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Elf. Uh, oh my goodness, I'm sorry. My name's Larissa. I am High Priestess of my people, of my tribe. It's so difficult to accept, but yes. My name is again. My name is Larissa Tayoni. I'm the High Priestess of the Demagi people. Uh, and she just bows, and without we're gonna end the session there because I think this was a bit. I think it feels a bit sluggish. So yeah.
It was sluggish because I was literally because one of the reasons was I was literally tired.
I'm.
I had
I was
been
also
shifting
tired.
in and out of being tired, but it also worked in character.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I partly blame myself too for being a little bit late. I laid down a little bit like earlier to get because I feel like I didn't get enough sleep, and I woke up and realized what time it was. I was like, oh shit. So like,
Well,
look,
it's fine.
but
Next week, if we're ending the session here, next week, can we actually be on time and awake?
yeah, I'm like that was like this was like a rare occasion because I felt like I just did not get enough sleep today, and I laid down just to fucking rest my eyes and didn't realize I
I
was gonna
woke
fall
up at
asleep.
2 a.m.
You overnapped. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, like that's on my fault. Well, I should have set an alarm or let my dad know. Be like, hey, I'm laying down. If I
On
get
the
sleep.
bright side, at least you're not alone because I know for a fact Mass Duke has done that on a few occasions.
Yeah, but I was hoping to be able to zoom more and get actually more interactions. Do you want me to stop recording? Also,
Oh yes, please.